for that.
Under the same moon, we share the love.
Come on
Placing the
in,
differences like hand in glove.
Mama Flip.
Peace and joy, it's a beautiful sight.
Where you at?
Together we shine in each other's light.
The best to do it.
How do we stand in love's pure mind? Watching the world share in love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure mind.
Okay, and Motley and Pretty Things. Let me tell you what we have coming through tonight. We have a great show with Mama Flips. We're going to be talking about Carmelo Anthony, and also one of the favorite subjects of Mama Flips is President Donald Trump. She loves the guy so much she can't even eat without thinking about the president, right? So we're going to have a chance to ask her all about it tonight. In fact, I'm going to bring her on right now. Mama Flips, welcome to the building. How are you?
You starting with me already. This is the kind of energy you're giving me. I'm doing fine. Why we have to talk about the man though? I
You
thought,
don't,
why we got to talk about the man though? Lord have mercy. I heard that he
well,
was showing his behind. He's pissed off at the Senate. I heard that he pissed off at the Senate. The Senate's like, no war on Iran. He mad. He mad. I thought he did a peace deal. Why are we mad at the Senate? Because the Senate ain't giving you money. What's going on? Oh my God, your boy is making me crazy.
what do you
But
think about the peace deal?
the peace deal was ridiculous. I told you the peace deal does nothing, absolutely nothing, to prevent Iran from building the their nuclear energy. Does absolutely zero nothing. He over here talking about how Iran is scary, and if they decide that he's going to oh Lord, I'm already restricted TikTok already. Well, I just
Hmm.
started talking 2 minutes and I'm already restricted TikTok. So he already talked about Iran has to listen to him, or he's going to actually respond in kind and make them regret it. Boy, nobody's scared of you. You're not scary. You're not. The MAGA used to talk about Sleepy Joe, about how Sleepy Joe is not doing nothing, and how Sleepy Joe has mental instability, and that he can't walk and he can't run and he can't ride a bike, all kind of that. You have Sleepy Grandpa who ain't scaring nobody, to the point where his own Senate is revolted against him. He needs to stop playing with us. And did I
Hmm.
hear that he had another action against Iran after the peace deal? Because I've been
Yeah.
so busy this week because it's my grandma Flip's birthday that I've been arranging her party, which was yesterday. So I haven't had a chance to sit down. Did I hear that there was another military action after the peace deal? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, unfortunately. So we have to see what's really happening in
This
regards to
man
this.
is a mess, MAGA. God bless y'all. That's your guy. That's not my guy. I ain't vote for him. He ain't mine. He ain't mine. You're not my president. I don't know nothing about him. God bless y'all.
You still live in New York?
I live in New York.
All right, so that's your president
And
then.
it's not my president. I didn't vote for him. Just like Biden was not their president. You see how it's reversed. You see, because MAGA did not acknowledge former President Joe Biden, nor did they acknowledge former President Barack Obama. They didn't acknowledge none of that. They're not like, I don't know none of that. I think the only Democrat they might have acknowledged was Bill Clinton, and that because he was a player. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, he did his thing. It was cool. Maybe, possibly. After that, they didn't acknowledge nobody. So I could do the same. He ain't mine. I ain't vote for him. I'm not acknowledging him. I'm going away. And anybody who talk mad crap about him while I'm traveling, I'm going to just be like, don't blame them.
Okay. Very good. So listen, I want to ask you a question. I don't know if you heard about in regards to the Carmelo Anthony case. On Saturday night, I believe a lady was attacked by a group of black people. And they said that while she was being attacked, the black people said, "Oh, this is for Carmelo Anthony." And basically they were beating her to a pulp and today they arrested a girl, I believe. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that, but I did hear about someone who was a juror who they thought was a juror, and somebody attacked that person, and someone stood between that person. I think it was a. I'm not sure if it was a male or female, and they were like, "No, he wasn't. They weren't in part of a jury." So I heard, but I didn't hear about the actual attack of YT personnel person because of Kamala Anthony. And was it done in the same area?
Um, I'm not sure. I think this happened in Texas. I'm not sure where in
Where
Texas it
Texas?
happened at. Yeah, but it's all in the news. I'll try to pull that up before the show is over.
Yeah,
So,
I want to see it. I mean, I don't think we should use. I don't think violence should be used unless you are defending yourself. So I don't. I'm one of those people that don't believe that you need to slap up some people, even though you feel like it. Even though I don't blame y'all. I don't think
right,
it's right to backslap somebody because of an actual issue, unless they've strike you first. So physical violence is going too far, in my opinion.
right. What do you think in regards to the Carmelo Anthony case as of now that you've learned more about it?
I mean, I think I'm glad, and I have not looked too much into it, but I'm glad they have an amazing. They have a group of lawyers that's going to appeal the case. I see it's almost like a rainbow tribe. I think it's like United Nation. I see several different ethnicity that joined together, and I believe Attorney Calvin, because I listened to the show, but I cannot remember the attorney name. But one of the attorneys that he recommended that he spoke about.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is also part of the case. So I'm just looking forward to see how far they push it as far as the appeal and if it gets approved. And once the appeal get approved, I'm hoping they work on getting Carmelo on bail, out on bail, and so that he doesn't sit through in jail. I don't know if that's possible. We will have to ask Attorney Kelvin. I mean, we have predators. Donald Trump as a predator was out even though he was found guilty. So I'm saying that I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be able to give him bail. So I'm waiting to see if the appeal is successful and what happens next. But I am happy that the family's moving forward and they have these attorney. And also I'm not sure if it's not possible because someone say not possible. I'm saying that I don't know about Texas, but I know in New York, Erderers has been sent out on probation. Now has been released on bail while they go through appeal. Now the only person that was deemed that had a difficulty obviously was Diddy, right? Because they kept on denying him. Now it's possible they could deny him, but Carmelo Anthony does have his age. Also, he was out on bail prior to the case. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see if they allow him out. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad that he has a great set of lawyers. It looked like, and they about to pursue an appeal, which is what I've been waiting for.
Okay, guys, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. What do you think in regards to New York? If this case was in New York, do you think it would have had a different outcome?
Yes, most definitely.
How so?
I think first of all, we want to have somebody who do a press conference with him. I think most likely, the family would have. You see, this is where I differ from most people because a lot of people hate when I put in race when it comes to this situation. I feel and I strongly believe that the reason why the family went the way they went is because they are Republicans, right? I feel that the mom and dad are Republicans, and the mom and dad, most likely, I heard, us also Trump supporters. The mom and dad had this delusion, and this is what happened when you're not from urban cities. They have the delusion that that everyone thinks them equal, right? Now, obviously, black and white people, all nationalities are equal, should be equal under the Constitution. That's our given right. We should all have the same rights. We should all see each other without racism, without disparity. We all know this, but however, that's not the real life. So, black folks has always been undermined, has always been thought of less of by every race, including the white race. I think they really felt comfortable in their environment. They felt comfortable in Texas, thinking that all these people around them were their friends, and They had a lot of white friends and they felt equal, right? To the point where something tragic like this happened to them, they felt they was going to have equal justice. That's what they felt. Unfortunately, that's not the truth. In New York, we know we ain't getting no equal justice. We know this is about some bullshit. We know that if one of ours unalive one of them, we need to have 100%. We need to have the reverend. We need to have we need to have the Catholic Church. We need to have the police. We need to have everybody, a contingency of everybody. Everybody needs to be united together to protect some child. We don't play around in New York. We don't play around. The only place that we could talk about that's close to Florida is Staten Island. If you're doing something in Staten Island, I feel for you. But if you do something in New York and we know it's a high-profile case, are you serious? Oh no, we're not thinking that we're gonna have justice. We're not thinking that we're gonna have 12 white jurors or possibly 8 jurors and 2 or 4 adjacent to whiteness is gonna give us a fair trial. No, I think we would have had better lawyers who knows what the rules and laws are, right? Hopefully, we would have had a good judge, because the likelihood of having a judge who really care about the issue, not so much care about the fact that, God rest blessings to Austin who unalive, and my sympathies to his family as a fellow survivor. Again, I have to always with it. I also lost family member to pew violence, so I have to make sure that I give my sympathy to the family. So no disrespect to y'all. I get it. I lost my nephew. I get it. I miss him every day. He had no children. His whole generation is gone. So I get what you're going through. With that said, in New York, we wouldn't play that game over here because we know damn straight that we're not going to have equal justice. So we will make sure that we realize that this is a young black male, right? That did something horrific, but not intentional. We would have made sure that we got the video out, the proper video out. We would have made sure, and this is where I agree with Attorney Kelvin, we would have made sure that he tells his story, right? He speak on what actually happened, right? And we would make sure that we have the community behind him. Because I think a lot of black folks was talking about the Carmelo Anthony issue, but it was so divided. Like half was like, oh, I don't care if he's black or not. If he don't like somebody, he needs to punish. And a lot of people was like, yo, wait a minute, he's a kid, and obviously something happened, right? But I think we are more united in New York as black folks. We already know what time we're on. So that's how I think that he would have had a better chance. Also, going back to his parents, most likely if his parents was part of in New York, would most likely be a Democrat, right? So they would be more likely to understand about racism, right? They would be most likely any area that you live in New York, you face racism. So they wouldn't be so surprised to know that, the stakes were stacked against their son. I think they would be better prepared. That's just my opinion. So I think they would have had a fairer stake here in New York.
Are black people racist?
Yes, black people can be, but there's a study that says that we can't be racist because we've always been the underdog. So you can't be racist against somebody who's already racist against you. So there's always a saying that black people are not racist. So I do understand that theory that black people, you can't be a racist against a racist. And white folks, unfortunately, God bless you, love my white brothers and sisters, y'all racist. Y'all started this shit before we did, right? With that said, there is the reason why I say yes is because I know they're what is called uppity blacks, right? Or black that's not kinfolk, right? These are the people who thinks that they're better than other black folks, and most of the time is black megas. And I love you, black megas. Don't come at me. I have some people that are black megas. All right, we overcame the trauma of them voting for Donald Trump, even though I totally disagree with them. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of people who feel as black and brown people who are better than other black people. They feel because they have the certain education. Some of them have they're multi-race, right? So they feel they're better. Like they're just like, I'm not like them. I mean, I'm educated. My family put me through college, or I did it by my own bootstrap, and I'm not a welfare mom. I'm not this and that. And that's what we have. And that's a problem. And that is the 10% of black folk that did not vote for Kamala Harris and voted for Donald Trump. You're like that. And then also, even in the case when they like, Mama Flip, I disagree with you at all. I'm not racist. I don't think I'm better. But you enable this guy to be president of the United States. He's according allegedly he's a perv. Allegedly he's a rapist. Allegedly he harms people. Allegedly he's a no, not allegedly. He's definitely a racist, and not even alleged. I'll give them the ledge with all the actual act. But when it comes to racism, he's definitely a racist. You know that. You know about him. He hates women, especially black women. All the disrespect he gave to every black reporter throughout even if you are delusional to think that Donald Trump is not a racist, and some people will want to die on that sword, you actually watch how he treats black female reporters. He definitely treats them better than white female reporters. I mean, he treats both of them like scum, but he treats the black ones even worse. You guys play with me. I hate when people play around when it comes to facts and reality. Just say that you like that racist, and that's it. Let's move on. So I think that anybody, especially black and brown folk who actually voted for them, I think they're better than the rest of us. And you remember I used the analogy last time about the plantation, the kitchen Ave versus the field Ave, right? Remember I said that, right? How the kitchen one had the best food, the best hand-me-down. Sometimes they were the master's children, and they were treated better, and they think they were better than this field ones, right? They would continue to live their life in delusion while their brothers and sisters in the field is being raped and tortured and unalived, and they're living all pretty in the master's house, in the missus house. Those are the type of mentality you start thinking that you're better than the field, right? So you don't see it. You blind to it. You blind to the suffering. And you start delusioning yourself and think that, oh, it wasn't really as bad as they think. Or if they behave, this is my favorite thing. Or if they behave and accept their condition, things would be better. No, that's not how it works in real life. Even the most docile field Ave still got raped. Their children still got taken away from them and sold. Their men were still brutalized. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't see that. So that's why I say that sometimes some of our brothers and sisters, at least the 10%, don't get it. They don't want to get it. They want to be adjacent to whiteness, and they think as close as they are, they'll look at them and they'll be like, oh, I'm a good boy and I'm a good girl, and they're going to give me more. I'm not like them. I'm not like them. Don't see me that. I see you. Yeah, I agree with you. You're right. Oh my God, they're horrible. But I'm not like them at all. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
All right, I want to show you this video.
Oh, show me a video, because I know whenever I go on the television.
Problems. TPS for both countries extended multiple times. And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home. Get out. We know our country's better than yours. That's because we filled it with our work ethic and our culture and our values. You being here only dilutes it for us, those who built it and live it. And half of you people, more than half, you won't assimilate. We don't want you. We don't care if you're offended. Get out. Go home. Go back to fucking Haiti.
What do you think about that?
You know I hate that. You know I hate that. You know I hate that. You know I hate her. You know I can't stand her, right? You know I can't. Her voice make my skin crawl. The only empathy that I ever felt that she was even human is when Donald Trump dragged her and said that she was bleeding for all side of her, all of her holes, and she deserved it. I can't stand that skink. With that said, do we know that this could? Do you know that this? Do you this person, father, family members was not born in the United States of America? Are we aware of this?
Oh, really?
Do you know that her family is, I believe, German, and her Italian and German. Her mother's side is Irish, and her father's side is from Germany. No,
Wow.
her mother's side. One father came from Italy, and the other one came from Germany. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know.
She was born here, but her ancestries came from another country.
Oh, okay.
So she has the nerve to be talking about us ethic, us this. Your biatch ass should not be in this country in the first place. Okay? You need to send your ancestries back to Ireland and back to Italy, wherever they came from. You have a lot of freaking nerve. If she took time to even look at the history of Haiti, because I did a quick study, Haitian people, Haitian slave was brought in back in large numbers back in 1793, in July and August of 1793. Enslaved people from the French colony of Saint Dominique, now Haiti, were brought to America in large number during July and August 1798 as part of the major refugee crisis caused by the Haitian Revolution. So we've been here. We also fought in the American Revolution. Did her family fight in the revolution, or were they bitch ass in Italy and Ireland at the time of the American Revolution? You got a lot of freaking nerve to be talking about Haitian people, and this is why I'm pissed off at my Haitian people, because my Haitian people was very supportive of Donald Trump in 2016. Y'all sorry asses, and I could talk about my Haitian people because y'all sorry asses used to fight me when I used to tell y'all not to vote for this MF in 2016.
Oh boy.
I said that this was going to be a problem. I said that this man and his people was going to hate on us. Now look at us. Look at where we at right now. You have this skank coming out on a national podcast talking about for us to go home. Go where? Your bitch ass go home. You don't belong here. We were here longer than you. And I'm Haitian and I'm going to say it. We helped build America. Are you freaking crazy? Is this skank insane? Did she even look at history and see what Haitian people contributed to the United States of America to help build America? How we died in America? How our doctors and our nurses take care of your skanky, older, freaking parents? Oh, no, God bless. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just went too far. My bad. My bad. My bad. No disrespect to my white brothers and sisters. But y'all know that a lot of our Haitian people come here and become doctors, engineers, nurses, and we take care of your parents. We have nannies that's Haitian that take care of your children. And for this skank to actually come here and talk about how everybody should go home with work ethic. What work ethic? Your parents didn't have no work ethics in the United States of America, ma'am. Your family did not help build America, ma'am. Who the hell are you? It's these freaking children of immigrants that make me crazy.
Okay.
You have no right to be speaking on another immigrant. If your family is an immigrant in the United States of America, you have no right to speak on other immigrants. Just let it go. I don't like the people who came from pilgrims talking shit to us, because I think that y'all the one that brought us here. Y'all the one that brought us here. So the disrespect for the pilgrims talking about America pissed me off, because you're not the first people. The first people was indigenous people. They're the one that owned this planet. You guys came here, came to America, and you guys came here. Everybody came here. So I hate when somebody, especially somebody as ignorant as Megyn Kelly, talking shit about how work ethic. You have a lot of fucking. Haiti was the first country that fought against slavery. If it wasn't for Haitian people getting rid of their white slaves and becoming independent, none of y'all in America would even be here in the first. We're the first. How dare you? Because now we're going through some crap. And you know what really pissed me off? What fucked me up is because of the fact, the reason why we're here is because we lost 200,000 people as a result of a crisis. And was it an earth? Because I went there. Hold on. 2010. Haiti. Earthquake.
Is that when the Clintons raised all the money?
Allegedly, but we'll talk about that in a long, because when I went to Haiti, they told me that's not what happened.
Oh, okay.
So that right there, this whole thing, I went to Haiti several times. We lost 200,000 people in earthquake in Haiti, in the shock. I went there 6 times after this incident. Do you know, and this was my first, and I was born here, and my parents are Haitian, and I never stepped foot in Haiti. Well, actually, it was a baby. I was sent to Haiti when I was from 2 to 4, but as an adult, I never had a conscious remembrance of Haiti until I went to Haiti after the earthquake. Do you know how I felt to actually, first of all, we couldn't even fly there. We had to go into Senator Domingo and we had to go through the border and ride on a car because they wouldn't let us fly there. Haitian government was so proud. They didn't want people to come down there during that crisis. Do you know what I had to go through there? Do you know when I arrived in Haiti, the smell of the bodies, that you can still smell the unalignment, the bodies of the people? Do you know the suffering, the pain? I have films. I have photos of the people and the bruises and the broke bodies.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? I went back and forth 6 times. And these people were still proud. They still was proud. They still was helping each other. They still was building their country after they lost 200,000 people. Imagine if your ass lost 200,000 of your own people. You go over work, you wake up and half your people are gone. And you got to learn it. So the United States, not only United States, other countries too, welcome people here as a result of that. And some stayed. And we're working. Right? We have jobs. We're taking care of your kids. We're taking care of your homes. That's what Haitian people are doing. And for you, this skank, to talk about how America is better than Haiti, F you. F you. She got a lot of fucking nerve. Go back to Italy. Go back to Ireland. Go back to Germany. In fact, if your parents was thinking, you wouldn't even be here. If just by the option of fate, one of them would have pulled out, your bitch ass wouldn't be here.
Oh my goodness.
How dare you? And Haitian people should learn from this and remember, these people are not our friends. Not all of y'all, my white brothers and sisters. I'm not talking to y'all. Everybody, step aside. I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all know y'all my people. I'm not talking to y'all. Even my white megas who don't think like Megyn Kelly, I'm not talking to y'all either. Please step aside. Please step aside. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the Megyn Kellys of the world that talking shit. That's who I'm talking to. She's got a lot of fucking nerve. Excuse my language, Mel, on your show. She's got a lot of damn nerve. How dare she? The nerve.
Here's a question for you. Should those on a temporary protective status be given permanent status over those who are already waiting on the list for citizenship? That's from Joe Butter. Shout out to you, Joe.
First of all, everybody's on the same. We have a list, right, of immigrants that's trying to come to the United States. Do you know who's holding up that list? Donald Trump and the Republican Party. Did you hear about the Somalians, and I don't have his name, coach, that was supposed to come here for the FIFA that was denied? The Somalian was denied. This is just a prime example of why we have a problem. It doesn't have to be Haitians against every other immigrants. If the system worked properly, everyone would have a fair chance to come to the United States. If the system worked properly. We can't blame the Mexicans, or the Mexican is coming in faster than the Haitians, and the Haitian is coming back in faster than the Italians. The Italian is coming in faster than the Asians. We can't blame them. We have to blame the system. And the reason why the Haitians voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump in 2016 is because when Donald Trump was talking about immigrants, this is why I had multiple arguments with people in my community. When Donald Trump was talking about immigrants, they felt, the Haitian people felt he wasn't talking about them. This is why we have a problem right now. The Somalian didn't think that he was talking about them. When that son of a bitch came down the escalator and says Mexican are rapists and criminals, and he's getting rid of them, and he's getting rid of immigrants, he meant all of us, black and brown and adjacent people. That's what he meant. But Haitian people didn't think so. It's when he started talking about third world country, ass hell country. That's when Haitian was like, oh my God, he's talking about us. Yes, sir. He's talking about, now you have this skank Megyn Kelly talking about how we don't even belong here. That's crazy to me. So no, in answer to your question, I think everybody should have equal chance to become a United States citizens. If the system works well, then we wouldn't have this bottlenecking that's causing all this trouble. With that said, too, I want to make it perfectly clear about something. When a country is in crisis and they lose 200,000 people, and when somebody is they're at war, and the United States is powering them, then yes, I would think that there are certain circumstances where we might give a little bit more grace to people who's running for their lives. I would think so. Maybe it's just me. Like, I would think that, if I know that somebody's about to unalive, I would think that maybe if I go to the hospital and I have a cold, and I feel horrible. I'm calling, and somebody come in with a pew hole in their body, or they come in with a heart attack, I'm guessing they may go in first because they might need a life-saving procedure. I'm just guessing. I'm not gonna go knock on the wall. I say, hey, yo, excuse me, hey, I got a cold. I know him. This one have a pew on his body, and this one have a heart attack. Maybe y'all could push her to the side and don't operate on them and take care of my damn cold. Come on, give me a freaking break. It's ridiculous. It's insane to me. But with that said, I'd still say that if the system was fair, we wouldn't have this bottlenecking, and people wouldn't be so egregious and so disrespectful of others and making it a race thing.
Okay. She got under your sleeves, huh?
I can't stand that one. I can't stand her. She's such an embarrassment. That's the thing about her. She kissed and licked up Donald Trump BS all the time. And then after that, when Donald Trump dragged her and I thought she did a really good job in the debate and answered the question that was needed. And she was brave. And I actually respected her a little bit. But after that, she was crying to everybody for sympathy and empathy. Like, help, he being mean to me. He being mean to me. She had her bosses at Fox, the same bosses that she ran away from because she said she felt assaulted by. The same one had to call Donald Trump and say, hey, leave her alone. You were crying, and now you come over here on this side of the issue, and you act like, or the incident, you act like it never happened, and you slopping up his Joe Johnson again. Like, I can't stand people like that. She don't remember. I hate people when they rewrite history and they forget what's going on in real life. And I hate the fact that immigrants, or their generation, the ancestry who is not part of America in the United States, your family was not born here. They're not pilgrims. They didn't come here. Your family came from another state too. I hate when immigrants be talking bad about other immigrants, especially when it's white immigrants talking bad about black immigrants. I hate that because it's all stemmed from some type of racism, and they think they're better than us. I hate that crap.
Okay. What do you think about the president's border policy now? You think it's better?
I don't think it's better. I think former President Joe Biden had a better plan as far as working the system, hiring additional personnel to go through the application process, because it's about bottlenecking. I have a friend who does this work all the time, and she's saying that, in fact, no, I have a more recent story. I have a coworker who is actually Asian Indian, and he just came from seeing his wife because they got married like about a year ago. And we were talking about it. He said it's been 12 months and that they haven't even looked at the application. He's married to her. They haven't even looked at the application. So I asked him, I said, so why don't you go and ask for a review to find out where his status is? He said, oh, you can't even ask for status until 17 months. That's ridiculous. Why is a man married to a woman? Why can't he bring his wife home when he's an American citizen and he works here? Why can't he bring his wife home? Like, that's, to me, is asinine. You mean to tell me that under this stupid ass administration, application is not even going to be looked at for 17 months? And then after that, that's just the preliminary step? He said it could take up to 5 years to bring his wife here? Are you serious? And you want me to be upset because white people feel that black and brown people are taking their role? Come on now, give me a break. It's the bureaucracy of the bullshit. And the Donald Trump is stopping every black and brown country from bringing their people here. How did we hear about the fact that we had Mexican people and other race of people, ethnicity of people bought tickets to come to the United States as just to see the FIFA soccer tournament, and they were denied visas. People was denied visa, and they had the nerve in Mexico to give them TVs. That was crazy. I thought that was a fucking. I thought that was insane.
When Kamala Harris was the border czar, do you think she made a big difference?
Kamala Harris was given a job by former President Joe Biden. I don't think he called her a border czar. I think you guys call her a border czar. But at the end of the day, yes, I did think she made a difference because she helped him create this amazing plan that was going to help deal with the bureaucracy of the border, right? And the problem of the influx of immigrants. He had a plan to the point where the Republican senators agreed with it, and they were going to vote on it, and they were going to sign it. But Donald Trump said no because it was near their election. We cannot rewrite history, right? He had a plan. It was going to be signed. It was going to be voted on. Donald Trump said no. Donald Trump went on Twitter or Truth Social and said no. I told him not to vote on it. And now you're telling me now what that fool should have done, right? Just like he does with everything else. Just take Joe Biden plan, bring it to you, put your name on it, and pass the shit. The hell you doing? But instead, you want to make this whole big deal like Conqueror, big ass, dumbass, sleepy ass Conqueror, and send your ICE jokes agent clown to this community to unalive people because you want to make a statement in the United States of America. You crazy.
So you don't think there's a sufficient reason for ICE?
I think the work that ICE is doing is horrible. ICE should never have gotten themselves in the position where they are right now. We've had ICE and we've had issues with ICE throughout our country. Like we had ICE. We had incidents where we felt ICE was inappropriate, did too much, but never like this. We've never, through all the presidency. You mean to tell me in this presidency, you have video or film of ICE unaliving people? All this time we had this border issue. All this time we had an immigrant issue with all these presidents, whether it was Republican, Democrat. But under Donald Trump, we could see people unaliving on TV, on internet. Are you serious?
You think Donald Trump is responsible for that?
Yes, he is responsible because he's the one that put the people in charge to create this environment. He's the one that put the people in charge. And
but he didn't create ICE though.
He's the one that put the people in charge. He fired a bunch of people who actually had long-term leadership on these issues. He fired a bunch of people to the point where every single agency and sub-agency that's under this presidency is a wreck. Is a wreck. There's no reason why he should have put this Hollywood BS, was he a former governor or talk host show as the head of ICE in the first place? Him over here walking around with his little camouflage over here looking like a freaking idiot and stuff like that. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He should have put somebody experienced. You guys over here joking about Kamala Harris as the czar, and he had this clown. This clown.
So you don't think
lied? And here's the thing, Mel. Here's the thing. Let's just say they were experienced. Experienced people wouldn't go on TV and lie about various incidents that had people unalive. They wouldn't come in and say, "Oh, he was a terrorist. This is why we unalived him. We were in fear of our lives." They wouldn't do that. They would have known better to shut the hell up, do an investigation, figure out what's going on, and then after that respond. But not them. They always grandstanding. It's ridiculous. So yes, it's his fault because they want to emulate this fool, and that's why we're in. He's nuts.
Okay. Joe Butter says limitations need to exist. The U.S. is the number one destination. Bottlenecks are inherent because of that.
United States is the number one destination because this is what we will build on. Remember the statute of limitations. remember the Statue of Liberty? Remember the saying that, bring us your sick, your poor, to come to America, to the land, to be free. This is what we were built on. America is an immigrant country. That's it. From Christopher Columbus and everybody who came here, every explorer came from another country. Italy, Ireland, Germany, France. None of y'all bitch ass family member was born in America. Y'all bitch ass was shipped and flew over here. Only indigenous people was born here. That's it. If we could all understand that concept, we would be in a lot better place. And I'm not trying to disrespect your viewers or my white brother, the teenage brother, people that's watching. When I say bitch, I'm not talking to y'all. Don't wear that hat. I'm talking to people who don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm saying that none of us, including myself, including my family, was born in the United States. Was legitimately created in the United States. It was indigenous people that was here. We all immigrated here. That's it. And once you start thinking about it, you're like, oh, okay, you know something? Okay, if it wasn't for my family coming here, I wouldn't be where I am today. Maybe I could have some empathy, some sympathy, right? And there could be a way to resolve this problem if we could just deal with the bureaucracy. We could have more lawyers, more agents that could go through the process, right? Where we don't have a person in the White House who's hostile to the idea, who could have relationship with various countries, in which it could be easier for them to take back the people that doesn't have the right to be here. And I think everybody has the right to be here, but there are some circumstances where they're like, no, you got to ship back. I get that. I'm okay with immigrants who doesn't have the right paperwork, who have horrific history, criminal history, to not be in the United States. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay is the prejudice against immigrants. I'm not okay with that.
Do you think they commit most of the crime as the immigrants?
No, I don't think they commit most of the crimes. Americans commit most of the crimes. Immigrants doesn't. The immigrants is hiding. I'm not saying the immigrants don't commit crime, but not most of the crime. How are you going to commit crime when you're always scared of the police? They're hiding. They've always been. Illegal immigrants always been hiding. Are you serious? You go to anywhere, any bottleneck where you think that immigrant, and you just think that you just go right there with a shaded car. All you have to do is drive to the neighborhood with a shaded car. You don't have to be privileged and see how they disperse. Come on, give me a break.
We have Phil James. He said the president won on immigration. What say you?
I'm glad. So that means that ICE needs to rest, right? That means I don't have to worry about nobody else being unalive, right? By ICE, right? That means that we're good, right? So if we're good, then why is that skank Megyn Kelly disrespecting Haitian people and telling us to go home? If he won, what the fuck is Megyn Kelly talking about? Philip, tell me what Megyn Kelly, you saw the video. What the hell is that skank talking about? We won. Yay. Megyn Kelly, leave Haitian people alone. We won. Donald Trump did it. He answered the questions. What the fuck?
Ooh, easy. So Sean says, come on, keep telling me where and who to spend my money on. The people voted for Donald Trump, not Kamala. You're going to have to face the facts. The people have spoken. You got to take it.
Congratulations. The fuck you telling me? I know y'all voted for Donald Trump. Did I just say that? Wait a minute. Can you read that statement again? Because I want to make sure. Because maybe he's not listening to me. Am I saying that? What? Like, I know you didn't vote for Kamala Harris. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. So what are you trying to tell me? Let me explain something to y'all. Let me explain. You see, it's people like that. Who was it that talked about? Let me explain something. Let me give you the tea, because obviously you haven't been here before.
That was Sean. He says,
Sean, so you haven't been here before.
So you want me to read it again, or what do you want to do?
Because I need to talk to Sean. Sean, between me and guys, hold on a second. I need to talk to Sean. Go ahead.
Okay, Sean says, come on, keep telling me where and who to spend my money on. The people voted for Donald Trump, not Kamala. You're going to have to face the facts, and the people have spoken.
Yes, Sean. Let me tell you something, Sean. We black folks don't give a fuck. Sean. I'm sorry, Mel. Let's talk to Sean. Because Sean,
you're going to get us kicked off of YouTube.
Oh, let me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it. No, we are over an hour. We over 20 minutes. I could cuss now. You have to. You can cuss us for 10 minutes. But after that, we could talk. Let's talk to Sean for a second. We black folks don't give a damn. Sean, sweetie, let me explain something to you. When you guys voted for Donald Trump, we were resolved. Yes, we were. Especially the black women that voted for Kamala. We were like, oh, y'all did that? Oh, that's what y'all want? Okay, bet. We on bet time right now. So we're not in any delusion thinking that, oh, we don't know what time it is. We know what time it is. We know that he didn't run away with the vote, but I know that American people voted for him, and I know he got the popular vote. And I congratulate y'all. I've been congratulating y'all since November 9th. I've been on here clapping for y'all. Good for y'all. I want Donald Trump to do every single thing he promised for us to do. Everything. I want Iran to get everything they deserve to get because of Donald Trump incompetency. All right? I want the gas prices to remain high, the food prices to remain high. I want y'all sorry ass to lose snap, just like the rest of us, because y'all think it's about black folks. That's the funny thing. Y'all think public assistance and SNAP and food and veteran services and stuff like that and stuff like that. You think DEI is all about black folks. That's your thing. And I don't care if you're black, white, or Jason the Black or whatever you are. So that's what y'all think. So y'all think that you're hurting me. You think you're hurting me by saying that Donald Trump. We know. And I'm one of the ones that congratulate y'all because y'all did that shit. I'm not under any delusion. And I'm not asking you to spend no money at all. In fact, I'm sure your sorry ass don't pay a dime except for your selfish living expenses. I'm talking about in general, people who come in this country, including your ancestors, unless your bitch ass tell me you were part of the pilgrim that came here initially, we are all immigrants to the United States. So unless you're an indigenous person, don't come with me with your bullshit. But congratulations on Donald Trump, though. Congratulations.
Phil James, but thank you for the super chat of $9.99. That's amazing. It says, what does temporary protective service mean?
Temporary protective service mean that a bunch of people who came from a country that's been devastated by any incident will come here and be given temporary protection. Now, the reason why they keep extending it from Haiti, because the next question is like, oh, since it's temporary, why don't they go back home? The reason why they keep extending it is because Haiti has still not recovered from the earthquake. In fact, things are even worse now because they have what is considered one of the worst, and I don't want to talk about them because I don't need them to go after my family because I still have family in Haiti. But currently, the political environment in Haiti is not stable enough for a lot of people to go home. They just recently unalived their president. And the first lady almost unalived. Do you guys realize that? They went in there and they unalived their president. So you guys were so concerned about the little earbug that allegedly that Donald Trump got, because I still don't believe that was an actual real incident, that y'all voted for him in, right? Y'all voted for Donald Trump because y'all felt that somebody tried to unalive him because he got a little ear cut. And y'all can't understand that a whole country is still disabled because their president was unalive and their first lady had to leave the country. Haiti is not prepared to get these people back. They're still in crisis. That's why the temporary protector is called protection. Forget about the temporary. It's called protection. This is why the people are still here. The same thing is if Ukraine. The same thing with Gaza. You understand what I'm saying? Where people are, but you see, America is supposed to be the top number one country. We're supposed to have everything, right? We were born on the back of immigrants, right? So that's why people come here.
So if it's temporary, then they have to go back, right?
Eventually, yes. When it's safe to go back, yes. And there's another step that we need to take too. Who is going to do all the jobs for the immigrants? Because I hear, did the farmers figure it out yet? Because I heard that there was a lot of farmers that was failing because a lot of the people, immigrants, went into hiding. They couldn't come to work. So what part of Sean and Philip and all these other MAGA supporters here gonna carry they ass to the field and start picking some cotton and some corn and milking some cows and shipping some food to our very state? Which one of y'all asses is gonna take the job of immigrant when they go home? Because y'all act like the immigrants coming here to take y'all doctor, engineer, public service work. We are talking people who actually take care of your kids. When are y'all sorry asses? What y'all sorry asses when our Mexican and our Latinos and our Haitian nannies and helpers who's taking care of your kids? What y'all sorry asses gonna do then? Which one of y'all family members? Y'all family members gonna take care of the babies? Because obviously you don't have them because you wouldn't be hiring us to take care of your children too. Which one of y'all gonna do the job when all the immigrants go home? That's what I want to know. Because y'all over here acting like y'all doing immigrants favors and then y'all don't even understand what immigrants do or how they contribute to our democracy or how they contribute to our economy. Like, what the fuck we talking about?
Let me get John Mitchell to straighten you out a little bit. John says being a U.S. citizen is a privilege, and it seems like Democrats just want to water the status down by bringing in more people than we actually need. Did you hear that?
What makes it a privilege for you, John? Who do you think you are that you think that you have any other more privilege than other people to become an American citizen? Who the hell are you? Who's your peoples, John? Where they came from? That's what I'm saying. You ain't any more privileged than anybody else. Nobody with white skin is any more privileged than anybody else to try to become an American in the United States of America. The reason why people are coming here illegally and trying to get in here is because the system is broken. And people are trying to get here the right way. And there's desperation. But we talk about illegal immigrants, but when you have people that come here who's invited here by the government because they went through a crisis, they lost 200,000. Do you know how small Haiti is? They lost 200,000 people. They still living on top of bodies.
I've been there before.
Hold on, Mel. Give me 1 second. Let me let these people understand. Because I was there 6 times. I was there. They didn't dig up their family members and carry them out.
Man.
Some of their family members are still in the earth in which they still living. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how it is. Go to Haiti. I can show you pictures if you want, if you think I'm lying. Go to Haiti and see. So yes, they needed protection. They needed to come to the United States, and now you want to turn your back on them now? They were invited here. It's crazy. You guys are insane. Y'all guys are nuts to me. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Y'all are lying. Y'all nuts to me. I don't understand what part of protection services. I don't understand what y'all need. The thing is, you guys are privileged. That's what it is. You guys are privileged. You guys think that you have the answer to all the questions, and you don't. Go ahead, Mel. You was about to ask me a question.
No, I said I've been to Haiti before. Phil James says, who created the U.S.? What's that?
Were you there after 2010?
I went there in 2008. Yeah, okay. So no.
Right before the earthquake. Yeah, it definitely changed after that.
But I saw people living. I actually was on vacation. I went over. I saw people living in the woods. It was depressing. It took me like 2 or 3 months to get over that.
No, it's definitely Haiti has always been an area of poverty because it's congested, right? Like Port-au-Prince is like a small city, so it's a lot of congestion and stuff. And people are living on top of each other, so there's poverty everywhere. Every state in the United States have poverty, so I can't say that Haiti, but also Haiti has beautiful, lavish communities. You have some of the richest Haitian people live in Haiti right now. They have homes, they have land. You know what I'm saying? Haiti is it in a lot of ways. You know, you have poverty too.
Sean really gave you a great point. Sean says you're okay with any immigrants who's not white.
I'm okay with immigrants who are white.
We see what's happening now.
No, I'm okay with immigrants who are white. What my problem is with Sean and Philip and all of them is that they're not okay with black immigrants. See, that's the difference. Don't push your racism on me. I'm okay with immigrants coming to the United States. That's what I'm okay with. Every immigrant coming to the United States. What I'm saying is that Donald Trump and you guys have an issue with black and brown immigrants. That's my problem. And Megyn Kelly, goddamn maternal grandfather and paternal grandfather came from Italy and Ireland. And she's talking shit about Haiti, which is prominently, which is prominently
let's have a moment of silence.
All people. Right. That's what I'm talking about. So don't put your racism on me. I'm okay with everybody coming here. My point is this, and let's make it clear for you guys who don't understand me. Immigrants is not about color. Immigrants is about people who come to the United States who needs help, who wants to have a better life. This administration, predominantly, and I'm not saying other administration didn't think this way, but this administration made it their theme that they want less black and brown people here, and they want more white immigrants to come here. Donald Trump said it out of his own mouth. I have a problem with that. Every immigrant should have an equal opportunity to come here in the United States. Every immigrant should have an opportunity to get temporary protection orders. Every immigrant, if you're a United States of America and you fall in love with somebody out of this country, and you marry that person, and you prove that you love them, and you marry them, you should be able to bring your wife and husband to the United States. You shouldn't have to wait 17 months for your application to even be pre-reviewed. Not even reviewed, pre-reviewed. That's ridiculous. That's my opinion on it. Go ahead.
Mustang says, sounds like she wants us to be a third world country. What's going on?
Made it a third world country. We're a third world country now. Y'all didn't know. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. We're a third world country now. We're more divided than we ever was. It's disgusting. We can't afford food. We can't afford gas. We can't afford our medical coverage. My mom just got a bill. She has Medicare. She worked her whole life and she just got a bill. What the fuck? I'm looking at this bill. What the fuck did she got a bill from? Like, my mother never had a bill. My mother never had a bill. You understand what I'm saying? Now she has a bill. Now we have to pay. Now I have to pay. My refund has to be, I can't have a refund because I owe taxes because of this tax laws. Like, what are we doing? We became an embarrassment. Donald Trump cannot travel through any other country without us being laughed at. Prime example, every time they had a soccer tournament in a different country, every time they saw Donald Trump, they booed. Every time they saw the American flag, they booed. Every time they sang the flag of allegiance, they booed. We are a joke to the rest of the world. So don't come to me and tell me nothing about you guys. You guys are so delusional. This is the thing. You guys are so delusional. And again, my white people, step aside for a second, because I'm about to, because I don't want you guys to take it. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about that small percent of y'all. You guys are so delusional when you guys think that America is at this particular stage in our life that people really envy us. We don't. And let me tell you something about black folks in America right now. We don't envy the white folks. Like, pay attention. Just do me a favor and pay attention and see how black folks are carrying ourselves lately. See if we don't have a certain suave, a little like shit on our show. We walking like that. Do.
Is this everywhere?
Like y'all crazy. Like we look at Mel. We look at y'all like crazy. Like sometimes me and my black people, we be on a train and we be giving each other an eye like this, like look at this shit. Pay very close attention to what's happening. A lot of people who's out here who consider themselves the brilliance of voting for Donald Trump and think themselves that they're better than other people, we are laughing at y'all because we know you about to crash and burn eventually. Because this guy is not a vampire. He will be gone eventually. And y'all going to wake up to the bullshit and we're going to clown you for the rest of our life. Again, my white brothers and sisters, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about, even if y'all MAGA, y'all voted for Trump or whatever, I'm not even talking to y'all. I'm talking about the ignorant one of y'all. Y'all really think y'all did something. You did not. You did not. We're not out here crying. We're not out here hitting ourselves against the wall. We're living our best lives right now because we don't give a fuck, guys. We want y'all to have whatever. If you come after us, or you come from black and brown, we're going to fight y'all. Don't get me wrong. Don't come in our face. Don't be a racism. Don't get your behind kicked over Donald Trump. We will backslap y'all if y'all come in our face with your bullshit. I'm not saying that. I'm saying to y'all that we don't care. Y'all won. Y'all won. Y'all got this, babe. Y'all got the White House. I keep saying this over and over again. I don't know why I can't keep repeating myself, but apparently we got new people. You got the White House. You got the House of Representatives. You have the Senate, that's Congress, and you have the Supreme Court. Congratulations.
What is your news source? What do you tap into to get your news and your information? Where do you get it from?
News source. I'm
Primarily what I'm saying is
I stopped watching the news after the Donald Trump won, because I also blame media for helping push his bullshit against Joe Biden. So I don't watch the news as I used to. Right? I'm talking about real life experience. You know who I am in real life.
Yeah.
All of this is from real life experience. Like a lot of these people that's on the internet talking shit, they don't know what it is to be part of a political party, to be an actual agent in there, to actually know what's going on. You guys don't know. You guys see me, and I tell people all the time, they see me as a black woman who speak Brooklyn like a black female that don't know shit. I'm her. I tell people all the time, I'm fucking her. I'm like, I've been doing this work for a long time, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. So when Mel asks these questions, I know about the Megyn Kelly. I know about the Senate and the House. I've been there so many different times. Google me, right? They own the world right now. Right now, they're pissed off because the Democratic Party now is winning a lot of seats, and they're worried about the primary, right? The midterm election. I'm not doing shit, and this is why I tell you guys that we ain't bothered. You see, I'm very politically connected for many years. I took a fucking break. Come November 9th, I was on a break.
Let me ask you a question.
Can I finish my statement and you can ask?
I'm sorry. Okay.
I was on a break. I purposely put myself on a break. And I told everybody, all my people, I'm either on a 2-year break or a 4-year break. Meaning that I put everything political on the side instead of talking to you. I concentrate on content creation. I'm not going to Washington, D.C. I'm not speaking to Congress people. I'm not speaking to representatives. I'm not spending none of my time, none of my energy. I need to focus my energy on surviving this bullshit. If we win, right, in the upcoming election, then I'm back. Then I'm back in D.C. and doing my advocacy stuff, and I'm going to be talking to people and trying to make changes. If we don't, then y'all see me in 4 years. And if the Republican, if J.D. Vance win in 4 years, then y'all see me in 8 years. I'm her. I'm in that life. So when I talk, I'm talking about from real life experience, not just illusions or the media. That's why I tell you, when I told you I met former President Biden on October 9th, October 10th. He was speaking to me. I was standing right there talking to the man, and everybody talking about how he's demented. I'm like, you guys are stupid. Like, you don't know this man. Most of you guys never even met him or talked to him in person. I spoke to the man. I would know if the man suffered from something. He did not. It's like that. That's why I get these information. This is why I talk the way I do. Go ahead, Mel. What was your question? Sorry.
Okay, no, it's a super chat. So we have Jacqueline. Thank you for the $9.99.
Thank you.
70 people died in ICE custody under Obama, 50 under Trump. Why didn't he go hard the first term? He's cleaning up the mess that was created. No one made a peep when Obama cages were all over CNN in 2012.
You're right. People did make a peep. You're a lie. People did make a peep, and there was a lot of advocates arguing about it. Let me tell you something. You're lying. Some people did make a peep. The reason why it's a bigger deal right now is because people are unalived on TV, on the internet, and they're chasing other than criminal immigrants through the streets of the United States of America. They're picking up American citizens because they're black and brown skin, because they have an accent. That's why it's a big deal. When they criticize a former President Obama, he fixed things up. He didn't make it a PR nightmare. Your president is making it a PR nightmare. That's why people are talking shit. We see it real time. But yeah, there were advocates. Don't disrespect the advocate that fought against him. I'm going to give you a prime example of something that happened. The water crisis in South Dakota. I was one of the 2,000 veterans that went down to South Dakota because the pipeline, and I forgot the company name. There was a protest against drilling in the pipeline in South Dakota, an indigenous land. They hurt one of the protesters. Apparently, they shot they pew-pewed a fake projectile, and they put a hole in her arm. When we saw that, we got pissed, and there was 2 veterans that got together and sent out a clarion call to raise money. They raised over $1 million. And then after that, they asked other veterans to follow up. I was one of the lead veterans to coordinate New York and Brooklyn, New York, to bring veterans. I was one of the lead people on the bus that dragged a constituency of veterans from New York over to South Dakota. I was one of them. When we were on the way there, former President Barack Obama, who approved of the work, put a suspension on it. He put a suspension because he knew more than 2,000 veterans was going to go down there and kick ass. Because we were going to stand. I had all my gear. I still have my gear. If you think I'm lying, I can sit and show you pictures and videos. I had all my gears because we now, as veterans, was going to stand between the people, the security, the police, the manufacturers that were attacking the indigenous people. Our plan, I know the plan because I helped write the plan. We were going to be the front line of them, and we were going to dare them to hurt us to get to these people. When former President Barack Obama heard that we were going down there, he put a stop order on the pipeline. That's what he did. So yeah, we didn't always agree with former President Barack Obama. He did things that we didn't agree with, but we could see that. You see, I could see and say that, but you guys can't when it comes to Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is never wrong, even when his people is unaliving people on the American street. He's never wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Sean says, Mel, can you go back and count how many times she blamed the white race for every single topic brought up tonight? Oh, my.
You don't have to do. I blame y'all all the time. You know why? Because you mostly voted for Let's look at the math. Y'all overwhelmingly, what, 60, 70% voted for Donald Trump. You're to blame. White women who we thought was our ally voted 56 to 60% for, no, actually you guys were 70, 80% for Donald Trump. White women were 56 to 60%. You to blame. So if Mel is asking me about the issues of the country today, I gotta blame y'all because y'all did it. Only 10% of black folks voted for y'all. So who the fuck am I gonna blame if not y'all? Who else is we gonna? Every topic he talk about is white folk. Who is Megyn Kelly? She's white. Who is Donald Trump? He's white. Who's the Republican that acting assholes? They're white. So yes, if you want to talk about other things, let's talk about black crimes then. What the fuck you talking about? I'm sorry, Mel, that's a stupid statement. I can tell you every subject matter, even the fact that they're talking disparaging about Haitian community is from a white person. So how am I not going to talk about white people when the subject is about white? You guys own the fucking world. Y'all own the United States of America, yo. What's up? Y'all leading. The Supreme Court is mostly run by white people. Senate, mostly white. The Congress, mostly white. The House of Representatives, mostly white. What the hell are we talking about? The presidency, he has what, 2 or 3 maybe white adjacent people hosting his agencies? If you look at all his meetings, all you see is white faces. What are we talking about? Are you freaking kidding me? Everything is white. You guys own the world. What are we talking about here? Are you serious? Are you actually serious asking me why am I talking about white people? White people run the United States of America right now? Well, who am I supposed to talk about? Who am I? Tell me, give me another race I'm supposed to talk about. Tell me what else. When he asking me about political questions about Megyn Kelly and everything that's going on. When we were talking about Kamala Anthony, I felt that his family was persuaded because they were Trump supporters. It's known. Look it up. They were Trump supporters, right? And they were Republicans. And if you look at the history, you see most of the picture that Kamala Anthony took was mostly with white kids. That was public. Now, I'm not saying you don't have black friends. I'm talking about what it was, what time it is. Attorney Kelvin said that there's only 11% of black folks in the area that Kamala Anthony lives in. This is why he had a mostly white jurors. Right? So what the hell you want me to talk about if this well is who else you want me to talk about? Give me a black person that's running this country right now. Give me one. Give me throw a black person. You got this fool who won what, the UFC tournament, who has pubic hair around his, excuse me, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. He has this stupid looking mustache and beard. Talking about how former First Lady Michelle Obama is a man. After he won the biggest tournament of his life, he will drag her down like that. And the only reason why he could get away with it is because he's a white male. Can you imagine if a black tournament worker came in and said that Melania Trump is a hoe? Just reverse that for a minute and said that because allegedly, and Melania Trump, don't sue me and Mel. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying allegedly, and you sued magazines and had them reverse it. So let's put it out there. Yes, you sued and they said they didn't have no proof, but allegedly, they said the first your first lady was a hoe. Allegedly. Right? She came in and the visa, that was a lie. This is what they said. I'm not saying it's true. I don't know the girl. So imagine if one of our greats won that UFC in the White House under former President Joe Biden or former President Barack Obama, and they knew that Donald Trump was a former president, and they said that, hey, Melania's a hoe. What would you have done? You understand what I'm saying? You guys have to reverse the role. You're disrespectful. That's the problem. So until you tell me that black folks is running this world again, there's nothing else I could do but talk about y'all. And please, again, my white brothers and sisters in the movement, I ain't talking about y'all. The hat don't belong to y'all. Just, everything I say, just push to the side. Yes, Mel, you have another question for me?
Okay, so Phil James says, meanwhile, the Democratic Party is turning communist. Oh, sorry, socialist.
Oh, Lord. You know who's getting... There was a report just the other day. Was it yesterday that I saw that Donald Trump, apparently, his administration wanted to remove sodas and sweets from SNAP. Right? There was a lawsuit. Most of the states that was on the lawsuit was red states.
Red states, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So most of the states was red states, and they the judge put a hold on the requirement to remove sodas and snacks from SNAP, which means what they wanted to do is say that if you get public assistance, which is SNAP, which is food subsidiary assistant, you only can buy regular food. You can't buy soda and candy or anything or sweets, right? So they won with the judge because they said that most of them, right, they suffer from diabetes, right? So that means that if you suffer from diabetes, that means that you have to have certain substance, right? Which included might be sweets. Now, it could just be bullshit because it was like it could be, but that's not the point. First of all, you don't want nobody to tell you what you could eat and not eat. But at the end of the day, legally, he cannot remove that right. Only Congress can. But the thing that blew my mind when I heard that, I was like, yeah, first of all, who the hell he is telling us we can't have candy? You see, I'm a big girl. I like my candies and my sweets and stuff. Who the hell are you telling me what I can't eat? But the biggest thing that I found was interesting was because a lot of the red states joined in this case. And because as a result of that, there is a hole he can't do it. And the reason why is because they are the one that uses that. Yes. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Hold on. Flip. Mommy, come and say hi. Mommy, come and say hi. Grandma, it's her birthday, Mel. I just want everybody to say hi to Grandma Flip. Let me see.
All right, happy birthday.
Can you go ahead, have a seat real quick. I don't want to move the camera because the room is a mess.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Sorry.
I see the room is a little bit of a mess. Can you see it? Which way
Yeah,
I
I
can
can
see?
say it's okay.
All right, they can't see you, so you have to come closer. Okay.
Hello, how are you? Happy birthday to your Grandma Flips. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Hope you
Yesterday
enjoy.
we had a big celebration. Everybody's saying happy birthday. So I'm
Happy
kinda
birthday. Happy
stressing-
birthday.
stressing me now.
Today's Thursday. I
Yeah,
forgot.
today is Thursday.
Oh.
So yeah, so Grandma Flip came by. No, I'm sorry, Mel. We were saying so.
Ronnie says we paid millions of dollars for undocumented aliens to be here.
That's what it's being. Oh no, we will talk about Snap. I'll go back to that. So we talk about Snap.
Okay.
So the most interesting thing is that we are not the only one that have health crises that's being impacted by Donald Trump, right? Is as a result of these states coming together that they put a stop to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is what people don't think about the policies and procedures. They really only care when it impacts them, right? So that's one. That's my point. I just wanted to finish that. In regards to pay millions of dollars, we pay millions of dollars for everything under the sun. Why don't we pay millions of dollars to reduce the gas prices and millions of dollars the grocery prices? You guys are so concerned about the undocumented people that's here, right? Because it was a talking point for Donald Trump. I've never seen so many immigrants, and there's always been issues with immigrants. I've never seen so much immigrant hate until Donald Trump walked down the escalator. And then all of a sudden, everybody woke up to like, oh yeah, oh my God, oh yeah. But again, who's going to do the work when you get all these immigrants out of here? Who's going to take care of your kids? Who's going to plow the farms? Who? And as far as socialite, you talk about the Democrats and socialite, you guys need the services. When they did the math and they talk about DEI, do you know the biggest group that got impacted was white women and veterans? Us black folks was able to get up and go get other jobs. You know why? Because we've been struggling our whole lives. We don't depend on public service. You had whitey people online crying because they had 7 to 8 kids and they Mima and Papa need the services and stuff like that. Stop playing with us. We know what time it is. So stop selling us a joke. You like the guy. You like the fact that his policies is negatively impacted black and brown because you guys think you're better than us, right? He give y'all the delusion. Again, my white and brown, my white people, I love y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. All right. So don't come at me. I'm talking about the fraction that I'm talking to. Right? Y'all think that that is not impacting y'all because you are happy because you think you're better than other people. And I'm trying to tell you that's not the truth. That's not the reality. If half of your people, your moms and dads, your auntie, your cousins did not have these services and they come knocking on your door to pay the rent and to pay the food, y'all be screaming up a bunch. And why? And since we're talking about it, why is the farmers getting a subsidiary from Donald Trump for the government? Why are a lot of the white farmers has asked for money because of their failed crops, because of the failed policies that Donald Trump, the tax policies that Donald Trump put in? Why are we even giving you worried about the money going to the immigrants? Why aren't you worried about the money going to the farmers? Why are we paying for the farmers? Right? You guys only care about yourselves. But go ahead, Mel.
Okay, so we have another super chat from Jacqueline. Says the difference in social media from 2012 to 2026.
Nope. Because guess what? I don't know about y'all community. Our community, we could if you do something in Staten Island, we know about it in Brooklyn if it has that bigger impact. It's not because of the cameras. There's always been cameras and video. That's why we have media, right? There's always been cameras and throughout history. Talk to me about 1700, 1800, 1900 when we didn't have video or camera. There's always been stories. You just told me that under former President Biden, there was 70 immigrants that was unalive versus 50 with Donald Trump. How do you know this? How did you know this? We didn't need videos, photos to have that. You just threw one of you guys just threw a statistic to me. So how do you know this? Right? That they had 20 more unalivement under former President Biden. We only have 50 here. Come on, stop playing with me. Yes, we do film more things now because we have easier access to cameras and stuff like that. We do, but the fact of the matter is the same information is going to come to us either way. It has nothing to do with that. You can't revert. You can't keep changing the narrative just to fit the story to fit your narrative. You can't keep doing that. That's ridiculous. Go ahead, Mel.
Okay, so Sean is back at you, says, so all the problems the U.S. has suddenly just popped up under Donald Trump, Obama must have just shit roses, right?
Sean, let me help you out a little bit. Did you just hear about the story? What I told you about South Dakota? You didn't hear it. Can you tell me? Did you hear the story when I told you that I was one of 2,000 veterans that went to South Dakota to fight against former President Barack Obama, sorry, policies when it comes to the pipeline in South Dakota that we didn't agree with? Did you sleep? Did you fall asleep when I was telling that story, or you don't believe that's true? You don't believe that's true? I gave you a prime example of a policy that I did not agree with because it got protesters hurt. It was impacting our earth. It was impacting indigenous land. We all united as veterans, and I was one of the people from New York that got on the bus to go to South Dakota to stand between the indigenous protesters and the security and police for the pipeline drillers. And as we were going down, former President Barack Obama, he put a cease. He stopped the work. Do you understand that? So why would I take the time out of my job, of my life, scare everybody, including my mom, to go down there to stand between protesters that was being physically hurt because I knew that my life was in danger when I went there, but I didn't care, to stand against a policy that former President Barack Obama implemented if I thought that everything he did was shit and roses? Huh, Sean? Sean, can you explain that part to me when I just told a whole story? And then can you explain that part for me?
Okay, so let's see here. Give me 1 second. Sean says, I don't believe nothing you say. Show the interview you did about the Obama's kids in the cages. You're the lady. Remember, you must have spoken out.
The problem with the whole Obama kids in cages issue, we knew that former President Obama had some tough immigration policies, and advocates fought against that. I wasn't one of them. The thing about your sorry asses is that your former president was so stupid that he actually had a 2 or 3 year old baby crying at the border, being snatched from the mom's arm. He had a 3-month-old baby being taken from the mom's arm, breasts, right, and separated. He lost hundreds of children. One thing about former President Barack Obama, if he separated people, he brought them back together. You never heard the fact that kids are missing in the system. You understand what I'm saying? So you may not like his policy because a lot of people didn't. There was a lot of advocates that was out there fighting against former President Barack Obama, because here's the thing. Here's the joke, though. It's being told that former President Barack Obama policy for immigration, he's sent more immigrants out of the country than even Donald Trump, and you guys should be happy with that statistic, but you use it against him. So you talk about success that Donald Trump won. So far, former President Barack Obama did a better job in immigration than Donald Trump. But y'all want to use it against him, right? So you talk about something, I'm talking about something else, son. I'm talking about something else. Your guy is a joke and a failure. My guy wasn't in almost every case. So carry on. Go ahead, Mel. Because I thought he was. He said that. I thought he said I was lying about me going to South Dakota because I was just about to bring some receipts. But he's not talking about. He's talking about. So I don't need to. Cause I was just about to bring some receipts.
Sean says, talk about a conspiracy theorist.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, Sean. I live that life. Google me. Google my name. You know exactly what to Google me.
Tell him.
Google me.
Tell them about some of your credentials and some of the people that you rub shoulders with, like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and all those folks.
I am for many years, I was, first of all, my son is very well known. Is very well known. So celebrity wise, I'm connected through my son. Me personally, former Marine veteran, Gold Star family member, also advocate, right? And most of my job was done with working as a survivor lead for an organization called Moms Demand Action for Gun Safety in America for many years. And as a result of that, I was politically connected with every branch of government. So I've even had meetings with Republicans when it comes to pew pew violence and the prevention and the laws and protecting people. That's who I am in real life. I've known a lot of people. I met a lot of people. I shook hands with a lot of people. I took pictures with a lot of people. I had conversations with a lot of people, including Republicans. I even passed Ted Cruz down the hall. I almost booed him, but it would have been disrespectful because I had the red T-shirt on. That's who I am. So I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm talking about real facts of what happened. You just don't like what I'm saying. Conspiracy theorist is something that can't be proven. I could prove everything I've said. I've lived that life in real time. Many of you guys are joking. Y'all playing. Y'all cosplaying in this business. Y'all cosplaying in these issues when I live these issues. That's it. So, anyway.
Okay. We have a super chat from Ronnie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. And we should stop talking. We should start reading. We should start really reading the super chats. I told you that already, right? We should start reading the super chat. I know. I'm only kidding. Go ahead.
Ronnie says, Mel, just want to say thank you for all you do. Thank you, Ronnie. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for all the support. Thank you. I really do. Okay, there was a comment I wanted to get to. I think it was Sean. It was Jacqueline. It says, people weren't chasing ICE around in 2012 and posting themselves acting like complete lunatics, driving cars into ICE agents. Oh my.
ICE agent wasn't unaliving American people in the streets. ICE agent wasn't picking up American people. ICE agents I never liked ICE, but at least they had more credible leadership. They did more. It was less of a PR. You complaining about a PR, right? When the president you put in the United States is all about public relations. It's all about PR. They want to chase people down the street. They want to promote fear. They said it. He said it. What's that fool czar that he put in that he fired?
Homer.
What's that czar name? Because I can't stand it. It starts with a B. That got fired. What's this fool name? Give me 1 second. He was all about going around with his little camouflage with little shorty babu with all of the ICE agent around him. Hold on. Trump.
ICE. Oh wow, man, we have a lot of. Thank you guys for all the super chats. This is amazing. We haven't had a night like this before, so this is amazing. What is this for? All right, so while you're looking it up, because right now we have Holman. Okay, so
not Holman. I'm not talking about Holman.
Jacqueline says CNN happily rode around with ICE while they busted into homes under Obama. Now these lunatics ram cars into agents and freak around and find out.
Oh, so CNN did ride around them. So CNN did do reports. Oh, because I just heard that that nobody did reports. So you coming out? So somebody else said that CNN did do reports. Because I said that I know advocates did have issues with former President Barack Obama, immigration policies. I know that there were They were advocates outside of some of these detentions. I know that it was an issue. I'm saying right now they made it into a big political because they want to chase people through the streets. That's why. And I want to make it perfectly clear. The reason why a lot of people are against ICE is because they are arresting people at schools, at churches. That's the problem. And they're arresting legal immigrants and American citizens. They're pulling cars over, which they're not supposed to do, and asking a bunch of asinine questions of mostly, if not all, Black and brown people. This is why it's an issue. The reason why it started in Minnesota, because they told the story, that they started doing the whistling and telling people that the ICE agent was there, is because there was an incident where they were trying to get an alleged immigrant and their tear gas near a school. That's why the community came together and said, if you see an agent, blow your whistle and let people know. That's why they did it. Because the way they are acting now is worse than ever. They're hiring these people. They're giving them up. And you guys are talking about the immigrants. What about the $30 to $50,000 pay, advance pay they're giving these ICE agents to even take the job? Y'all don't care about that though. But y'all pissed off because they're giving immigrants people like $5,000 and stuff like that to eat. You guys are insane. It's not Christy Norm. It's the fool that was riding around in Minnesota. The ICE leader in Minnesota. I forgot his name.
Okay, so while you do that, thank you, Phil James, for the $9.99 super chat. Phil says, I disagree with you on most issues, but respect you to the fullest.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Phil. Thank you so much. And I hope that I didn't get too hard on Phil and Sean. Greg, I'm talking about Gregory Bovino. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. The Border Patrol chief. It was all. Let me. And I said this before in 2016 when it comes to Donald Trump. And I don't think that Mel and I talk about this. I was a fan of Trump. We talked about this before? We never talked about this.
Wait, you were a fan of Trump?
Okay, we never talked about this. My mother, grandma will attest to that. We were a fan of Trump when he was part of the Apprentice. We loved and I was mad at him about the when he disrespected the Central Park 6, obviously, when he blamed these young men for the unalivement and the not unalive, the rape of the woman, and it turned out that they were innocent. So I was mad at him with that, but I thought that he turned around and he became like the people folks, like the people guy from New York when he did The Apprentice, because he seemed so down to earth and so funny and stuff like that. So I was a fan of it. I used to watch The Apprentice all the time, even though I didn't want this fool to win the presidency. If he came and became the president that we saw at The Apprentice, the good faith, because we know behind the scene he was calling people the N-word and stuff and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. But if he, and that's according to the first apprentice that won the first apprentice, he said he called him the N-word. So it's not my story, it's his. Sue him, don't sue us. If he came out here as a person that wanted to unite everybody, then we would be having a different conversation. I wouldn't be happy that he was the president, but I wouldn't be so angry at the situation. He did not. He came here and he's trying to destroy the United States of America. That's my problem with him. He is the worst person to even hold this office. He's not a good person, right? He's a liar, right? And that's the problem. You guys coming to the rest of us and trying to justify your vote is ridiculous, because we already know what time it is. You guys won. Move on from the conversation. But don't try to tell us what we're living in real life is not the truth. We living this life. Go ahead, Mel.
Okay, we have another super chat from Jacqueline. Says, I voted for this, and they aren't deporting enough. What do you think about that?
I hear you. And you should continue to fight for it. You should continue to fight for the deportation. Go ahead. Because let me tell you something. Most of us black folks, we good. They're not trying to deport us out of here. Most of us black person who voted, we safe. Talk to the Latinos. Talk
I
to
have
the Latinos
I,
that they're being picked up. So if they're not, if not John, if they, who's it? What's your name? Juicy? What's it?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. If they're not, if not deporting enough, pick up the phone, call ICE.
I'm a little bit concerned about you because
Me?
you can't even pick out one good thing that President Trump has done for this nation.
And my girlfriend was just about. Girlfriend was just about to go on here and say, "What the hell he does?" Tell me what we think. Did Donald Trump do one great thing, Mom?
What did he do?
Yeah, I've been asking Mel all the time. I'm still waiting for my $2,000 check. What did he do great, Mel?
I don't know what they do, so I can't tell you.
What? You can't come up with one good thing? Come on now.
He didn't do nothing. He's taking all people's money and making his family rich, and we are getting poor. Pay all those damn things.
Oh my goodness.
You heard what Grandma Flip says. Trump didn't do nothing.
He just did the money. He's getting rich. What do he do with the money he's getting? He don't share.
And a prime example. Did we talk about because someone was saying that we have to say justice for the duck, the small ducky that got unalived in the reflective pool. What we doing about that, MAGA? What we doing about the reflective pool that even poor little duckies are unaliving? Why is we have ducks unaliving on the reflective pool that this man could not even get fixed properly? Come on, even the pool is just an example of the catastrophe of his presidency. What are we talking about?
Asian people go eat them again?
Oh no! Apparently, Meg cursed out Haitian people online, telling them to go home.
Yeah, that's nice.
You saw that, yeah? This girl, and then guess what? Her family came from Italy and from Ireland. They did her maternal grandparents. Came from Megyn Kelly, the white. Yeah. She over here talking about Haitian people like she's stupid. Like, yes.
Oh, please.
Go ahead, Mel. You were saying, I'm sorry. Inviting Grandma Flip.
No, I just wanted you to express one good thing that the president has done. Okay, so what about Joe Biden? Can you mention at least one?
There's multiple things that Joe Biden.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
There's multiple great things. I'm not gonna
Here we go.
Every single thing, but in regards to the work I done, he was the first president that created a gun violence prevention agency in the White House, and he helped a lot of gun violence survivors get their support as far as financial support to impact the policies that was putting a lot of us in danger. So that's been my work. There's a lot of other stuff that he did, but he was the first president that really paid attention to the gun violence issue in America. Donald Trump is part of the NRA. He doesn't really give a damn about that. But that's only with the work that I've done. There's a lot of other stuff that he done that other people could tell you about, but that's what one of the things that I'm really grateful for him for.
Okay, so I need the participation of those in the audience. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for all the super chats tonight. But can you guys please put in the comments good things that President Trump has done for the nation, so that Mama Flips can get a grip? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, tell me.
Mama Flips can get a grip. All right. Yes. All right, we're waiting on these comments. Let's show her that the president has done some great things.
Don't forget, somebody said that he wanted immigration. So if he wanted immigration, then we no longer need ICE, right? If he wanted immigration, then Megyn Kelly coming out and disrespecting Haitian people is unnecessary because he wanted immigration, right? That's what somebody said.
Ooh, so here's a good one right here. Okay. Immigration, no men and women's sports. That's a good one.
Immigration, we already talked about immigration. You can't have it both ways. So we're gonna put that aside. That's a bad choice because
wait a minute. Wait, that's not how it works. That's
how it works. We already talked about immigration. We said no. Immigrant. Somebody say he wanted immigration. So if that's the case, why is Megyn Kelly talking about Haitian people, and why is other people saying that immigrants are taking their money? Right? If he resolved the issue. Like right now, they're saying, and we disagree. They saying that he wanted immigration. I'm saying he didn't, right? So we have to leave it alone. In regards to men and women's sports, I'm going to make it exceedingly clear. When Donald Trump leaves, the transgender will still be here. People will still be here. Let me explain something to you. so I can help you guys out.
You okay?
Transgender people, yeah, my leg is hurt. Transgender people who has always been here. They've been here for many, many years. Some of the kings was transgender, bisexual. Some of our leaders are. It's being alleged right now that Donald Trump, I've been seeing a lot of comment that Donald Trump possibly may be LGBTQ. I've been seeing that. I don't know if you've seen that. Apparently, he's been fascinated with men organs and physique lately. I'm not sure what's going on. It is said that when you suffer from some mental illness, especially when you're going into dementia and stuff like that, you forget the image you're supposed to portray and you becoming more you. And we did hear about Donald Trump and Bubba. I think it's Bubba. Is it Bubba or Buffy and the Epstein files? So I'm just saying, I'm putting out there. I think y'all guys may want to be very careful with disparaging people when your Trump. You might find out your boy is just a little bit on that side. But anyway, and which is fine being LGBTQ. It's not you guys. You guys are my peeps. I'm just saying, I'm tired of them talking crap about y'all. In regards to transgender people was here before Donald Trump. They're gonna be here after. When Donald Trump is no longer here and he's under the earth as he transitions out of here and goes to wherever he's going, and he's not going up.
Down.
Exactly. So whenever he goes, transgender people in sports will be reversed. All the policies are going to be reversed. It's going to be reversed. And y'all going to be upset. Because the fact is that the idea of sports, of whether it's men and women being in sports, and it's vice versa, because you guys keep talking about transgender when women has been fighting for years to have equal rights to go in the military and equal rights to go into some sports. Right? Before the transgender people, women was fighting to get into men's sports, period. Right? The idea was to have people of similar size and weight compete against each other. Okay? It became an issue, not because of the sport so much. It became an issue because MAGA men and women had this delulu that women in dresses was going to hurt their itty bitty 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 Susans and Ethels and Marthas. They did not want men dressed in women clothes near their children. They felt that they were going to go into the bathroom and allegedly sexual abuse their children. That's the issue. And Donald Trump and the Republican Party took that fear and ran with it. Right? Took that fear and ran with it. Most people have LGBT community people in their family. And you know the funny thing? Most of you men, your white men, a lot of you white men, we know y'all like wearing your wives' soft, comfy panties. You think we don't? Yes, Mel. You think we don't know that? They love wearing the nice, soft, easy underwear. You have a lot of these politicians have pictures dressing up. So to tell me that all of a sudden, after all these years, the transgender has always been there, you guys decide that now is an issue that you want to lie down on, is bullshit to me. It's like it's ridiculous to me. But at the end of the day, no, he did not win with the transgender issue. What's going on right now is that now the transgender people are just more careful. They still have their rights. He hasn't changed the policies to take away their rights. I know he's trying to. Their rights is still there, right? People are just more careful now because of where we are. I told you about the story about the young father, right? Who was traveling, I think, from Oklahoma with his two young daughters. It's online to Florida. And he stopped at a bathroom at the quick gas station. He looked in, he saw nobody there. So he took his daughters to the bathroom so they could use it. And he was watching his hand when another white male came in and started screaming on him, saying that, oh, there's a man in the women's bathroom and my wife and her mother needs to use the bathroom. And he called the police on the young father, telling the young father, oh, you should have let the woman in the gas station take your kids to the bathroom. Like, no, we don't do that. I don't know about you guys, but us black folk, we ain't sending our kids in no bathroom with no stranger, whether it's women or men. We're not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? That's how silly this thing was. It's very recent. Just look it up. Quick gas station. And I think there was a gas attendant. Her name is Melissa, who's being praised because she handled it and tried to de-escalate and tried to quiet the kids, because the girls was crying. You could see the girls crying on the video, clinging to their father. It's the most ridiculous nonsense I ever heard. You guys take things too far. But at the end of the day, when Donald Trump is out of here, the transgender people are going to still be here. There's still going to be sports, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Everything is just quiet right now. But go ahead.
Okay, so Joe Butter says actually enforcing our country's border, both of them. Trump has done a great job with that.
Okay, good for you. So that means that we no longer have a crisis, so we can move on.
Okay, Tariq says Obama gave you a cell phone. You could even play Snake Bricks on it. Trump has everyone $1,500 that everyone got without a problem.
When? You mean the check that the Senate signed that agreed to pay as a result of COVID, and Donald Trump put his name on it? You talking about the $1,500 that the Congress voted on, that Trump could not have given out unless Congress agreed to it as a result of COVID? Is that the one that you're talking about? Is that what we're talking about? The $1,500? It wasn't him. It was Congress. He only put his name on it. And while we at it, where's my $2,000? Now, once he gets my $2,000 that he promised, because he said once he won, he's going to do that whole the Elon Musk group thingy where he's going to save money from these various agencies, and we were supposed to get $2,000. When I get my $2,000, then we could talk. Then I might have something positive to say about him. I'm waiting for my $2,000. Can I have my money? Can I have my check, please? Poor Mel.
Okay.
Like,
all right. So we have a new super chat. Thank you, Jacqueline. She says they can have their own category. It's an issue when a man knocked a woman out in the last Olympics. He did mandate a gene test for the next Olympics. That's Trump.
I mean, if this is, there's always been a policy. That's what you don't understand, Miss Jacqueline. There's always been a policy in every single sports. And that's another thing. Every sports, whether it's men or women, you have to have the same size, the same weight class. Yes, now when it comes to wrestling and boxing and stuff like that, you have to either medium, heavy. There's always been a policy. You have to be within a certain range. Now, you look at me like I'm crazy. Am I saying something wrong?
I hope.
So,
I think I know where you're going. That's why I'm looking like that. But go ahead.
So tell me, am I missing it? Because that's what I was.
So you're saying a man that's 190 pounds can fight a woman that's 190 pounds?
I'm personally not saying that. I'm saying that the reason why this, my basic understanding of sports, because I'm not a sports expert, is that the reason why this happened is because they qualified to be in the sports. They met the qualifications. So unless you're telling me that every single, because this has been happening before Trump and it's going to happen after Trump, unless you're telling me that all of these matches that these women actually put themselves in, because this is another thing that pissed me off. Now you want to make the women the victim when the women actually, they had to sign off to actually be a competitor in these sports challenges. Nobody went to these women houses, picked them up, and put a pew-pew in their hand and say, you got to box or fight this person. They actually signed up to do it. So now all of a sudden we want to, as a result of them losing, you want to cry now? No. They didn't have to accept it. They could have said no. But it's my understanding, in order for them to fight, they have to go through certain regimens. They have to go through a weight class. They have to go to a size class. It has to be equal according to several rules and regulations. That's my understanding. This is why it makes me crazy when people's like, oh, men shouldn't be fighting women. Okay, fine. Then men should never have fought women then. It should never, it's not a new issue. It's not all of a sudden Donald Trump came into office and all of a sudden we looked like, oh shit, are they now fighting women and men? This shit been going on for years. So if y'all cared about it before, why wasn't it an issue before? Why is it an issue now? It's an issue now because of Donald Trump. That's why it's an issue now. And because y'all wanted to vote him in. And y'all want an explanation to vote this demented lion predator into the White House. So now you over here, you're trying to pick reasons to vote for him instead of just saying what it is. Y'all wanted this discrepant to be in the White House because you have issues with black and brown people. That's what it is. And we get it.
Okay, Jacqueline says, so then why do they have men and women's categories? Why don't they just throw everyone in a co-ed Olympics?
Why don't you tell me, Jackie? That's what I'm saying. They always had it. You asking me a question that I don't have an answer to. My problem with the issue isn't, I'm saying that all of a sudden it became an issue in this election when it's always been the case. If this was always a problem, then it should have always been a problem. That's what I'm saying. If we have a problem with men and women going into men and women bathroom, right? I tell this story all the time. I used to go to a huge club back in 1990 when I was in my 30s, early 2000. It was a church in Manhattan. And I can remember it was a great club, Lighthouse, something like. Anyway, it was a great club. Back in 1996, 1997, there were co-ed bathrooms. Me and my friends, we were going in the bathroom. Men was at the urinal, and we were going in the bathroom. This has always been the case. I wasn't going to hold my urine because I've been drinking because I don't want to be in the bathroom with a man because I feel the fear. It was never an issue. You guys made it an issue. And now you want us to be like shocked, like it's the whole delusion, like, oh my God, men are women bathroom, men are women. It's always been an issue and thing. So if it was an issue before, right? Then why didn't we deal with it before? Why is it all of a sudden this is whole big, this is why we voted for Trump? Stop playing with me. I'm just saying, stop playing. And when Trump leaves, it's going to come back. No, I'm not crashing out, but thank you for caring.
All right. Joe Butter says eliminating federal taxes on tips and overtime has helped millions of Americans.
Actually, it hasn't helped millions of Americans. Grandma and I went to the casino where we were talking to a waitress that's there, right? So what's happening is that you guys don't know. So Grandma Flip and I have a content channel, Mama Flip Slots. Please join Mama Flip Slots. We have a lot of fun. We play slots, and you guys could come over there and harass us. We need the views and we need the subscribers. Please get us to 10,000 subscribers. We're now at 8,670. We need 8,000 subscribers. So anyway, we need another 14. So please, everybody, go over there. Here's the thing, though. We went to the casino the other day, and we were talking to one of the waitress there, and we were talking to her about the fact that, now that tips are not being taxed, what does she think about it? You know what she said to me? She said it's about some BS. Because you know what happens? When they all get tips, it goes into one big lump of money. So even if they don't get tips, it's assumed that they have tips, right? So that portion gets taken out of their base salary. So this is why they don't make certain money, because they automatically include their tips in their salary. And everybody has to put the money together. So even if let's just say somebody don't have one waitress, some people are cheap, they don't pay tips. But other people got tips. First of all, they all have to split the tips among each other, but in their mind, they actually take the money out of the actual base salary, right? They don't get a certain amount. So with the whole tax issue, she said it's not going to benefit them because they're not going to make more money. All they're going to do is they're going to think that they're making more money without paying the tip, and they're going to have more money taken away from it. So the tip is not helping the servers. It's a nice idea, but it's not. So a lot of people are not making a lot of money. Speak to the people. If you are making a lot of money in the service industry because of this policy, let us know. Because I know I spoke to some people, and that's what she said. She's like, it's just smoke and mirrors. The smoke and mirrors.
Okay. Tariq says he lied to get into the White House again, saying he would give you $2,000. They all lie. Why does Trump have to give the people anything again when he just gave us money?
He didn't give us money. He didn't give it when he gave us money. We are in 2026. The check came out, I think, the end of 2020, right before he was, because remember, he wasn't president January 2021. So once Congress approved of the money and he put his check on it, that was 2020. We are talking about 6 years. It may just look like a snap of a finger, but 6 years is a very long time. Like, it's a very long time, people. That's 6 years. Where's my $2,000 that he promised? I ain't telling him to promise us the $2,000. He promised us the $2,000. So yes, why should he pay it? Because he said he would. And it's been 6 years. $1,500 didn't last 6 years, boy or girl. It didn't last. I need my $2,000 in 6 years. What are you talking about just the other day? It's 6 years. What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay. Pretty Ting says all the while people have stopped giving tips and the companies have stopped allowing overtime.
Thank you, Pretty Things. I'm hearing this. I don't know. We need to have some service people on here to tell us if they're making bucks. I'm hearing that what they're doing, what the companies are doing, is using the fact that the tips are not being taxed to make sure they don't pay the proper wages, right? People are not being able to get overtime. In fact, they're actually charging a lot of additional fees to the customers. That's why everything is so high. So I'm hearing that people are not making money with it. It's not benefiting them. But I'm not getting tip. I have a salary. So we gotta talk to more people to find out who's telling the truth. But Grandma Flip will tell you, we actually spoke to the lady. She happened to be Haitian, American citizen, by the way. And she and my mom started speaking Creole, and we were talking about it. And she's like, yo, I'm not getting 1 cent more than I was getting before this whole tax thing. That's not how it's working for us. That's what she said.
Okay. Tariq says, what did the great Obama do in his time for black people?
Well, according to Mega Blacks, he didn't do nothing. According to Mega Blacks, he didn't do nothing. According to black people, he Mega Black, because a lot of black people were very happy, including some white progressive, was very happy because we had a black president. So besides his policies, let's talk about the image that he brought in. He brought a lot of hope for America. We finally thought, as black folks, or at least white folks, led us to believe that racism was over in the United States of America. That's what we thought. There was an image, there was a joy being there. I remember when he won, that me and Grandma Flip, because we live in a predominantly white area here. And when we won, we listened outside, and it was a peep. It was barely a peep. And me and Grandma Flip, we jumping up and down, screaming, ah! We excited. We don't hear nothing here. We're like, what the hell what's going on? It's quiet. So we got in the car, right? And we drove to the city. We crossed maybe several blocks. It was maybe about 10 blocks. As soon as we hit over the border of our area, people was driving towards downtown Brooklyn, driving to Manhattan, screaming and with joy and happiness. It was mayhem. It was happiness. It was joy. Even under y'all bullshit, Donald Trump, y'all didn't have the same joy that we had when former President Barack Obama won. We partied hard. So there was a perception of joy and happiness, of peace, of things being better. America showing who we really are as great people who love all races, who love all people. It was a bunch of delusion of bull, but that's it. In regards to the policies, there's a lot of different things that people could take part of. One of the things that I do believe in is that former President Barack Obama, and I don't know if it was a good thing or bad thing, tried not to make it into a black thing. He didn't want to just be the black president, so he tried to do everything to be equal. I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, because you guys didn't give him credit for anything anyway. But as far as me, it was the perception of him winning was the biggest joy, the biggest win for me.
Okay. All right. So we've almost reached our time. We're hitting the 2-hour mark.
Yes.
Would you like to give us some closing statements for tonight?
Dictator auto pen equals get a or lose your job. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I just wanted to read that because it was a super chat. Yeah, thank you so much. for having me as usual. I think please tell Megan Kelly that I told her to go jump on something because she's ridiculous and out of line and she should be ashamed of herself. She's a disgusting human being and I'm surprised at her. I'm very embarrassed that she's still in the media. And I hope she does come for me so I could tell her where she could go and jump on because I think she's disrespectful. You were crying like a baby when Donald Trump was dragging you and a bunch of us had your back and support. Even me, I was tweeting about it like, oh, I feel so bad for her, blah, blah, blah. And look at you talking about fellow immigrants like you ain't got no damn sense, like your family didn't come to this country the same way. Anyway, tell Megan Kelly keep her mouth off of Haitian people. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for having me. Mel, thank you for having me. I enjoyed our conversation as usual. I know you always do this in order to get me pissed off, but it was a great conversation and I look forward to it. We're going to be, you should tell everybody we're going to be on vacation. Make sure that everybody know we're going to be away. So our show is not going to be available. But if you want to find me, please go to Mama Flip Slots, Mama MamaFlipSlots, Mama Flip Slots on YouTube. Please join and subscribe. Yeah, it's Grandma Flip and Mama Flip, but the channel is Mamas, MamaSFLIP Slots. That's the channel at. Please find us. Please join. You'll be able to find me and give me your opinions and watch us play slots. Let them come because we need the subscribers.
All right, we're heading in a similar direction, right?
Yeah. What do you mean? Direction?
Where you and I going is separate, but we're going in similar.
Yes, we're going on a great vacation. We're both looking forward to the time off. Yeah, he's going away at the same time.
Oh,
yeah, we're not going to be too far apart, I guess, right?
Have a nice vacation.
No,
yes, you guys do too, okay? And
I'm not going.
She's not going with me.
Oh, she's not going. Okay.
I'm going with her friends.
I'm going with
friends. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy yourself.
She'll be home.
Okay. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I'll have to send you something. Look out for it. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, you sent it to me. I promise you, she would want it, so I will have to take it out and give it to her. So
thank you very much.
You're welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. So, guys, Stella just put in the chat how you could follow Mama Flips.
Yes, please.
All right.
Hi, Stella.
Okay. So, in conclusion, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We had a great show. It's nice to have Mama Flips, and we also had Grandma Flips on her birthday. That's a good sign, It's great to have the input, and I hope you guys enjoy the next week or so, especially with your vacation and all. Grandma Flips, how does it feel to enjoy your birthday? Did she hear me? She didn't hear me. Are you enjoying your birthday? Oh, okay, they can't.
I'm sorry, we had a mute. Go ahead, ask her again. I'm sorry, I had you on mute.
Are you enjoying your birthday?
Oh yes, I had all my children with me in the casino.
Oh, okay.
My grandkids too. It was nice.
Oh, they came to see you.
Because I got best children in my life.
Oh, that's amazing. Very good.
6 of them. They're the best.
Yes.
This one is.
I'm the pain in the ass, but I'm the oldest.
Oh, okay. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your night. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow for News at Noon. Thank you for all the support. A lot of super chats. Thank you. That was far too kind. But more importantly, we look forward to trying to bring you accurate news. It's very important. We have a lot of cases coming up, so we will be. Let's see here. What does this mean? Oh, Tariq says you're big mad because you didn't receive your $2,000.
Actually, no, Tariq, I'm not big mad at all. That's it. I don't like Trump because I don't like Trump. I'm just saying that because he lied, it just shows that he's another liar because he promised us all a check. I don't like him, Trump. Whether he give me the $2,000 or not, I'm still not going to like him. I didn't like him since 2016. I was a fan of him when he was an apprentice. I don't like him. So I'm just saying that you guys are talking about how great the guy is. I'm saying, where's my check? He's a liar. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. So have a good evening. Thank you. Thank you for that.
All right. Okay, everybody. Have a good night. Take care. Good night, Grandma Flips.
Thank you. Have a nice vacation.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Different voices, but the same song. Living a world where all belong. Kindness leading the way, breaking the chains. In the symphony of love, the flame remains. Embracing diversity, brighter days in sight. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. The colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might.
All right.
Oh,
All